Good evening. Oh Christ! I even did the warm-ups, and I still choked my own voice. Good evening, and welcome to the stream. I hope everyone has been having a nice day, or is having a nice day currently. Welcome back to Satisfactory, where it's mostly where we left off. I just did a little bit of cleaning up of the Caterium factory off stream, but other than that, it's as we left it last week. With the lack of signs make it so I can't actually remember what everything does. Apparently, it doesn't help that I am slightly sleepy today. It's been a long day of video editing. I finished the video I was editing, and I think it's come out pretty well. I'm not going to show you guys for a little while longer, but yeah. Probably the third video I've made so far, and I'm getting better with each one, I think. It does make it feel like I've been doing that for so long I've forgotten what else. And okay, let's just quickly remind ourselves, like, that was Stators, I think. Yeah, I can see them at the bottom there. That was doing Stators. That was just general steel ingots. I think that one was just feeding them all into here because beams be expensive. Yeah, that was beams. And that was obviously pipes. Cement, so that means this is encased industrial beams, which not that useful right now, but will eventually be needed for the higher tier of in there, which is definitely something I want to get. Still, this was an end product. This was sort of like one of the things that the factory is going to output, so we don't need to work with that anymore. Which leaves... There are a number of things. We wanted motors. Stators were also going to come out as an end product, but they're also going to be used for the motors. We need some space for making rotors. Automated wiring also needed Stators, so we need a copper factory for making the rotors and the automated wiring. Well, the cable for the automated wiring. We can't use the alternate because we don't have access to manufacturers or high-speed connectors yet. Heavy modular frames, same deal. Manufacturers can't make it right now. But we can make it before we get the next tier of... I don't think we have enough surplus of any of this stuff to be worrying about these right now. AI limiters, they're being made in the in the Caterium factory. We just need the copper sheet at the copper factory we're going to make. So, and then we need versatile framework, which also needs the modular frames. But that was going to be, I was going to try and make 10 per minute, and that was going to be where the steel beams go, which also needs me to make some modular frames, which requires probably that recipe. That's probably that recipe I was going to use, right? Making 180 pipes. Could make steel iron rods, but I don't think I have any spare. Well, I have 15 spare. How many steel ingots make an iron rod? Oh, plenty. What about iron plates? I think the steel version of that needed plastic, so we can't make that right now. Still, we've got plenty of iron ore lying about around here, so that's definitely not in short supply. Let's see. So I think the first order of business would be to make the steel stuff that's still needed, and then the copper and iron stuff we'll make over there. Yeah, okay, so already making all of these, making all that, making all that. We need 2 assemblers of this, which is just 1 blueprint. At some point I also want to make a explosive factory, but that's not going to be around here. That's going to be near the old base. Those are already completed. Those are completed. So we need a motor. A motor factory. How many motors are we making? 10. So again, 2 assemblers. Automated wiring. Again, 2 assemblers. Is that all? Motor, auto wires, encase beams, and the Vestar framework, which is where the steel beams were going to go. Right? Right now. Wait, this just needs... Okay, I adapted to 75 since it just used those, since I didn't have a plan to use those, but I'm going to use those for the rods. I might as well separate it out later. But yeah, this is just 120. 60 per minute. Puts in 120. And this one is, yeah, 60 per minute. $60. 45. Why is this empty? Oh no, wait, I think I might have. Turn this one off. Wait, now I'm confused by my own layout. Is this even making enough pipes? This feeds in here, makes pipes. We currently have... What was it that is going to make 270 pipes? No wait, it makes 180 pipes. It makes 20 pipes per constructor, yes. 20, 40, 80, 120, 20, 160. That top one should be turned off on the top, yes? Not too far. Right, yeah, that one's not on. Okay, so that's a clean 180. That uses 270 total. The maximum output of the current belt. Ouch. My legs. Yeah, that's putting out 270. This puts out 240. And this should put out 120. $165, which comes to that 405 we had there. I only need 270 going into there, so that is the maximum output there. So it must have just been that I needed to connect these two. I just hadn't got around to it yet. Fair enough. We should probably let the maximum go in here and then overflow. Is overflow what I need it to do? Or would I want to let the maximum go into this one then overflow? No, we'd want to make sure This fills up the saturation, and then we can overflow into this one to make up the difference. Yeah. Let's go check something. Second. Yeah. Forgot to open something I needed for streaming. For keeping track of things. Okay, one smart splitter. Which we could make it go above a little bit. Yeah, we can go across here, so we could connect. Yeah, so we put a merger on here, splitter up here. If we put it on this side, then we can lift it up into the sky, or the air, I guess, without it conflicting with any of this. And it goes, and then overflow into the left output, which will already be overflowing because the damn thing's full. And then I want to worry about that later. I want a merger on. It doesn't need to be on here, but since it's giving me something to line up to, I'll line it up to that. Okay. And then I think if we put this one, will it give me a nice clean line? It does. Put under here, 1, 2 back here. That looks about accurate. Yes. That. They've got some nice conveyors next to each other. I think they're doing the whole opposite direction thing that I like. Are they? They're not, but hey ho. Conveyors going the same direction is also nice in its same way. And then we turn like that. Is that straight? It is. Nice. Okay, so that's the extra we need to fed into here to give it maximum output. Not that we need to worry about now, because output is stopping. We haven't gotten the actual output position in yet. You know, if I wanted to, I could probably extend these out at some later point and just give it all a ceiling so that I can put conveyors across the top. Although some of these are different levels, so that might not be as clean as I'm thinking. But hey, don't need it right now. But if ever I need to feed more things in here, I can put them on the ceiling. Okay, so that's the steel going where it needs to go. It will feed us enough pipes. We have the cement being made here to go to there. I don't think we need it for anything else. Yeah, let's do that. Auto wiring, motor. Yeah, these two things need the stators, so we'll try and consider the stators in there, and that needs these. So the stators will need to come out here, and this is a bit of a cramped situation. Yeah, they won't be able to go there if I put them across the... But they're going to have to freestand a little, so we don't want them too high. I think that's at maximum height for freestanding. Maybe I should have left a little space there so they could have gone behind. But everything's hooked up now. It's just a little too late for that. We'll live with what we've got. This will still be fine. Let's see. So those will need to be fed with modular frames, which honestly forgotten if I was going to, because I'm going to send 40 pipes to rotors, 70 pipes to encased beams. I'm already sending a lot to the stators. Forget how many to the stators. Probably the excess amount actually. Because that's 140, 100, at least 70. How many are going to the stators right now? $16, 32. $32, 48, 50, 70. Okay. Yeah, everything is accounted for as far as the pipes go, so we won't worry so much about that. We'll just use the excess of this and send it to make some rods. Which actually means I could split this off into two directions. But no, I could split this off into a direction and then have it follow along with this. So I'll put this next to our rod place of rods. Which needs 12 per minute. What would make 15 per minute? 25%? Yeah, so we can make 60 rods. Almost feels excessive for what I need it for, right? It's not that. Use that, which needs rods and plate. And the other thing I needed was rotors, which needs rods and screws, unless I use this one, which is already on the plan. Because it's 40 pipes to rotors, making 20 rotors. And this one needs that. So yeah, we only need... We're making 5 minutes of this. We need 12, 24, 30. 30 rods. 60 would be an absolute excess, although an excess of modular frames never goes awry. There's always a very slow thing. We need to make reinforced iron plates. Screws. I mean, I can use the extra rods as screws. That is a thing that they can be used for. For screws. Yeah, rods to screws. Use iron straight to screw as well. But if I have the excess of rods, why not use them to help feed the system instead of wasting them, huh? Or one steel beam goes... Wait, hang on. So if I make 30 rods... But... Wait, yeah, if... I would use 30 rods, or I could take back 7.5 ingots, which would make me... Oh, you need 60 ingots per 5, you need 20 ingots, which isn't even how much I have left on the excess. Yeah, it barely gives me 3, which... No, not that. screws I was looking at. Five per minute if we okay, literally 7.5. That's 7.5 makes less than 2. How many screws would that make? How many screws would I get for 1.687? I'm trying to maximize this, I don't know why. That would be 25%? No less. I'd make 60 screws. Roughly 30. No? 37 seems close. Get closed. Crap. That didn't save. 37.5. Yes. Makes a little less than what I'd get if I just used the iron rods. Okay. Alright, we're gonna make rods. That simplifies matters. Yeah, so the final steel things we're gonna make are the rod area, the framework area, the motor area, and automated wiring. Okay. Decisions made. They all just need one level really, so assembler, 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 and constructor. Okay, I think if we put 2 things on this edge, so you're going to complicate matters. Maybe I didn't think I was going to build this far. Maybe it's time we turned a corner. Still don't have a head. Still no head. Okay, it's time to start building a slight corner to get around that thing. I was thinking about making concrete at the making a concrete factory now, so that we don't have to worry about running out of concrete here for our foundations. You gotta move you out of the way. That one wasn't even a relaxing my throat thing. That was a I am actually a bit sleepy today. One. Yeah, that's just me actually choking. All right. So let's see, which one should we put on this? I feel like since the rod's going to go that way, we should put the rods somewhere a little further away. Maybe around here? I don't mean further away, I just mean further in the direction near to where that factory will be. How much space do I need for my constructor? Blueprint. Okay, 3 wide. Yeah, so I think we'll put the assemblers for the 2 for the 2 space projects on this side. Maybe give a gap here so we can walk through. As I figure might be putting the actual storage area around this area, so which that just leaves the motor, which will be getting fed by the stators over there, and whatever we make over there, so it makes sense for it to be on this side as well. Maybe we could put it here next to the iron. Or we'll put it here, and then we'll put the iron rods here. Yeah. Okay, so that requires the assembler blueprint. What was the footprint for this one? One more wide. No, perfect on the back. Of course, we should still fill it in. Okay, so that's perfect there. 1, 2. That power pole looks like it's going to need moving again. C'est la vie. Or should I put a gap here? Buildings with a little gap are interesting, right? Assembler. Lines up correctly, yes? Yes. And constructor. Like this. Wait, how? Oh wow. That's a lot smaller than I thought. Do you really only have a footprint of two long? I'm honestly a little surprised. Okay, so for this one we'll make steel rods. Give them output 30 just so that everything's even. Just so it's like I have 2, but they're using less power. You know, that's nicer than having one shut off. This one's was going to be the motors, yes. Yeah, making 10 motors, yes. Okay, we'll feed the starters over here. We'll feed the steel over here. Steel input is this side, yes. What's the depth I was going to go? I feel like I was going to make this a 2 wide here. Oh, we're out of concrete. When did that happen? I somehow had the exact amount of concrete to not notice I ran out. God, I'm going to be so happy when I can actually talk about what I've been working on and not have to just keep it bloody secret. I know it's entirely secret by my choice because it's a thing I'm making, but still. No contractual obligation to keep it secret, but it's sort of like it's for the surprise. God, if it doesn't want, but God, if the closer you get to it, the more you want to talk about it. I swear to God. I just have to keep promising it's going to be good. It's going to be good because I'm going to make it good. I plan to live up to the expectations that the things I've been making make me feel. Okay, we can put the versatile framework here. Yes. No. Yes. Stators. Motors go in. Stator goes into this one and into this one. So yeah, we'll put the automated wiring on. No, the versatile framework on this one. Then we hook up the steel stuff and we only have to worry about the non-steel stuff. It goes into its almost going to be, no, not motors. Automated wiring. Yes. God, how quickly I forget what I've done. Yeah, versatile framework. Automated wiring. Might as well keep it as a decent production level because we are going to need those for later stages. Yeah. I took a second to be EP. Promise I'm not actually falling asleep. It just... There's so much thinking, you just need to take a second to calm the brain. Or not calm the brain, but just cool the brain. Cool the brain down. And keep the throat hydrated. Right, so that's... Yeah, so hooking them up. This one needs a steel beam, which will coincide with not this one on the end. So we should feed... Given the position of the stators, I feel like I should do those first. We can kind of feed the steel beam around it, since the steel beam starts here. Do the stators at level 3? I think that's level 4 height, level 3, level 2, level 1 is ground floor. That's how I organise it in my head at least. So we'll put that up here, that goes up to level 2 by default, so we'll put it up to level 3. Oh, makes a perfect corner we put up here. Match you up to level... Not level 4, we want you level 3, yes. Wait, what level did I put you on? Oh, this thing's level 3. Wait, hang on. Double check. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. This thing can't do level 2. Height, you just have to do that one. Yeah, you do it like this. Lined up is about that level, so and the jetpack will make this so much easier eventually.
Hello there.
Hello there, corrupted hunter. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We're also doing well here. We may be EP, but we've done good work today. So I feel good. Despite the EP. Maybe I feel EP because I've done good work. Such is the way of EP. Thankfully, I already did a bit of maths ahead of time, so this hasn't been a whole just... I still had to do some maths. Now it's lining up. Is that lined up right? Yeah, that goes by nice and quick, nice and smoothly. Yeah, because I also need these things to go into the final output. Which honestly, given how small the numbers are that come out, I might sushi belt it into the final ones just because I like sushi belting. I like seeing multiple things going across the conveyor once there's things in my way. Confused why your phone didn't tell me that you got the notification for your stream. technology be finicky sometimes. It misses things occasionally. Don't worry about it. You know what time I stream. Just set an alarm clock. I'm kidding. I want the stat horse to go into that one and this one. So actually I can have it hug against this wall pretty easily. Yeah. Like this. Like that. Like this, and like that. That is not lined up. Okay, 1, 2. Yes. That is lined up. Okay. There we go. By here, it goes into this one. Yeah, we go into this one. On this side. Did I put a second one on the other side? Yes, actually, that was cool of me. Yes. Yeah, the output is just this one here. No fanciness. Doing all the prep for my debut, and the one main thing that I'm thinking of it for right now is that I need to make sure I don't actually work the earlier day. Maybe even nap. Just rest before debut so I'm not tired when it eventually comes. I just want to feed this into this side and feed this into this side. Yes. We feed into here, which I think I can just do like this and it'll fit in, yes? Nice. And I'll just take a plain splitter. And it lines up nicely here. You know, I'll lift it up myself first. Why is that lining up too? Don't trust it's lining up properly. All good? That's all good. You're definitely considering the alarm clock though. Thing is, your phone is great at complaining about running out of storage despite it being its own fault for not deleting its cache storage. Yeah, phones just... I had a phone which... My previous phone was... I think it had a storage of like 12 gigabytes or something, which I thought 12 gigabytes, that's fine. My files won't fit. I won't need, you know, I don't really play games on my phone. That'll be fine for my files. Once everything was said and done with the OS and everything, it had 2 gigabytes of free space left. It just sort of like, I have put nothing on the phone and there's only 2 gigabyte space left to it. Fuck. Ridiculous. Phone storage needs to be bigger. That's these two fed in. Yep. Worry about splitting off the stators into the final storage later. Just let these saturate. Would be nice if I could actually separate them by number, but I wonder if they'll ever consider that, having splitters that you can specifically set the number per minute that goes through them, because that'd be handy as all heck. You know, just getting a programmable splitter and making it so that you can, you know, 10 go that way, 10 go that way, and then you have 5 left for going in other direction. Anyway, we should feed into the steel beams into this side. Oh dear. And I guess that kind of matches, but only just. Still needs to go past here, so it's going to have to turn a corner a bit. Of course, we have all the space in the middle. We don't have to keep it hugging against it, so we can just have it go here easy enough, and then it'll split. Yeah, that's simple enough. Keep it at level 2 so it can go under there. Which one's the output? We go out here. Also, I need to just... Actually, no, wait. Yeah, we were... Take you out to put you back to the regular 60. Get some steel beams back so that we can have some constructive. Yeah, phones, not enough space in them. Never enough space in them. We have computers with terabytes of hard drive space, and phones are just sort of like, 64, that's the most I can give you. 64 gigs, that's the most I can give you. My brain is processing. I need to get into there. Like, this doesn't even need to split, actually. It literally just needs to get into there. That can get... We can feed the exits of this into here. Pardon me. We're already doing an overflow into the left situation. Could I just send more to the right for the any? If I give it a slower Mark 1, then it wouldn't take from it too much. It just needs to take 15. Yeah, let's think of it. I could make it to go a different speed even in this one, because how much does this need? This is getting fed the entire 145. Needs a total of, okay, no, it still needs more than a Mark 2 can give, so keep it Mark 3. But what about this actually? This needs 120. Downgrade it to Mark 2 on the input, that makes it more manageable. And we take 60 on what we take over there, yeah. That goes into the iron rods. Shoot, up like that. I give it a little more space. Clean it now. 5 will do. Doesn't look too drastic like that then. There we go. And then we get this one all the way over here. Is clipping of anything? Oh, brought it too far forward. Still needs to be about here then. Maybe I should have planned this part out first, but... like that. And then... I don't really need... just make it one long one instead of sectioned like that. Okay. Alright, that's the steel beams going where they need to go. Jet fuel ain't gonna melt these things. Was that tasteless? Ah, that's tasteless. Okay, then we'll take a Mark 1 of this over here because we don't need anything more than this. Well, we literally only need to take 15 over here, but 60... 15? How much does this need? 7.5? 7.5, okay, yeah, it was just 15. There's so much bang for your buck for the rods. Actually, now that I think of it, I was doing the maths earlier for just steel beams into screws or rods into screws, and it makes sense that steel into rods into screws would be the more efficient, well, the more steel cost effective method, because it's not, I mean, this is still one process this is still two processes to get to the screws, as opposed, because you're going straight from the steel, you don't need the beams or whatever. That will just go straight through the middle, won't it? Yeah, I'm not fond of that. Let's... I think we want it about to here. Yeah, so we're just going to need to... under here, then 1, 2, like that. Have a nice clean turn without it putting one of these poles right in the middle of our walking path. And then I wanted to line it up with... oh, with there. Okay, that makes it simpler. 1, 2, 3. Might as well have to do a little hop early. Hop up. Wait, this is Mark 2. Why is it Mark 2? Mark 1. I must have copied it from here, which had already made Mark 2, because it doesn't need anything more than Mark 2 going into that one. It's easier to... and then we bring it down here. Then we bring it around 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that. That doesn't feel like it lines up. Where did I miss it? Oh, I cocked it up here. I lined it up with this one by mistake. not? We should make it symmetrical on each side. So at least looks presentable. We can have this right output be any, since we can control these with, I mean, this will oversaturate eventually. That one's literally putting the maximum amount it needs for these. Nice if I could make this just take 15, but hey ho, making it take a slow amount of 60. Probably better. Although would a faster one oversaturate quicker? Of course, it does mean this one loses less of its steel while it's while it's trying to saturate. Just means it will be over with. I mean, once the whole thing's running, it shouldn't matter because everything will be saturated after a period of time. It's literally just how quickly it will saturate, which, as long as I don't take from the machines directly, I'll be fine. Oh, this was the one I placed earlier. Of course. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, 1. I accidentally made those the wrong ones. Okay, we have these go across at level 2. That leaves just enough space for that there. Does that leave enough space for it to have a conveyor? It does not. Of course, I could later put a conveyor there that connects via connects via a conveyor so that it can clip into it slightly, so I could still have it this close and not be a pain. The inside way is here. This and like that. So all those is all hooked up by electricity. There's no extra levels to hook them up to. This is just about avoid needing deleting. Although maybe I could connect it up to this one instead now. Not clipping through everything. Okay, so that... yeah, I think that's all the steel output hooked into all this stuff. Which leads to this one is motors, that's a final product. These two are final products, and this one's a final product. Stators are also a final product, so I'll siphon those out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, around here, we'll make it all go around down here to wherever I make to collect the final product. Well, the multiple final products. I'll probably leave this factory solely focused on making those things, and if I want to make a factory which makes more advanced stuff, I'll make a new factory. Which this place could have its output increased to feed. Didn't want to open that. Okay, now the question is the other bit, the parts that are needed to make the rest. I think I can just throw this out. Yeah, I can throw that out while I'm making the maths for the rest of this. So yeah, we need 100 cables per minute. Needs 200 wire per minute. Which needs... We don't make that much deuterium, do we? Each of those smelters makes 12. It's an awkward number. And we've literally only got 6 smelters of stuff, making all the quick wire we need. I think a lot of the quick wire will be needed for those 2 assemblers there. So let's not worry about that. We can make 100 per 50. We just need some extra iron ore, and we have plenty of extra iron ore. So let's see, we need 50 copper ore to make 100. Those are impure veins over there. But if I make Mark 2... If I make Mark 2 extractors, those can be overclocked to a maximum of 300. Which would result in a max... Which would result in 600 total from these. Which could be 1,200 copper total. Certainly more than enough for what we need. I think we could even add some extra copper products to the end products, maybe. Oops, I forgot. Ow, I forgot you were hostiles and not just friendly pigs. Where'd you go? Did you just trip over? Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Unfriendly pig tripped over. Yeah, okay. So now we need to start planning the copper part of things. We also need some iron part of this. We can make a massive amount of copper using this recipe and some foundries. Well, it can be maximized to 600. If I put... It would be 270. No, wait. I'm going to put the extractors on just to remind myself how much this can actually take if it ends up being more like 300 rather than... where did I put my truck? Still got a lot of this stuff. Nice. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'll put some more in here because it literally has no use right now, but at the same time it feels like I should collect it. Sulfur, keep that on hand just in case I want to make something explosive while I'm here. And of course I've got the various biofuel stuff. I should make a biofuel factory at some point. Just a place where I input biofuel. Okay. I've apparently already forgotten what I was in here for. What was I in here for? Put that away. That wasn't what I was here for. A little bit more of this stuff. Oh. Rain finally kicked in. I need some portable miners. this, no, not this menu, this menu. We've got plenty of this stuff to go around. In case steel beams especially, because they have been produced here. We have some nice full stacks of this stuff now. A place I can get a distant shot of this. Yeah, let's just make these all platform ones. I'm going to assume you're red because you're supposed to be. Right? Yeah, I didn't turn you on. You've been underclocked. 18 steel beams. Or steel pipes, rather. 28, 28. 28 steel pipes. And 18. 18, that seems like the wrong number. 70 pipes to encase beams. 70. 28. 56. It should be 14. Can I change that number? No, I can't. Okay, what brings it closest to 14? Oh, 2 per minute, exactly. I feel like I just did my maths wrong for that one. Yeah, because you get 14. Gives us a total of 10 per minute. Yeah, that was my previous maths on the whole thing. Whatever. Not the first time I got maths wrong in this whole thing. I'm sure that'll cause problems further down the line at some point. You can't grab stuff off these. Oop. Get my head clonked. I hope a sleepy stream can still be entertaining, but I suppose it's to be expected. I'm using even if I weren't sleepy, I'm using so much of my brain for mathsing out this game. My energy is always going to be lower playing this game because my brain is just trying to think on how to make the factory instead. Of course, I'm still trying to keep some brain power for being entertaining. I still remember you're all here. 60 and 20. Okay, so yes, I was making wrong maths. This will go up. This will make 600 total, not 100, not 100, not 1200 total. Still, we can work with 600 a bit easily. Yes. Yeah, so we have these two and the other iron ores. Yeah, it's like impure. Okay, so we've got 8 around here. And honestly, we only need one. We only need one impure to feed these two, so... or to work in tandem with those two. That leaves another 7 for us making as much iron stuff as we want. And I think we actually have the option of making iron wire, yes? Yeah. It's slower. About the same efficiency, actually. Just need to make more constructors for it. Wire is one of the things we need. We need a lot of copper for the sheets. 20, 10 copper sheets were needed for making. You know, we need more wires for those rotors. No copper sheets for this. I think the copper sheets was purely for the AI limiters. I needed 50 of them. I think. Yeah, 50. Which would cost to 100 copper. Not even that much, actually, considering we're going to make a total of 600. Yeah, so 100 copper on... I think this is the point where we can consider getting the to-do list active. Change that I need... Okay, so we don't need any of this stuff because we've made the factories for that. So, delete. Delete. Yes. Good. 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 Oh, wait with a second, guessing myself. Okay, nice I could have this open while I'm scrolling through the things, but... Okay, so... 600 copper. We use... 50 sheets, which brings us down to 500. How do I do this in a way which was get rid of the notes? Okay. I was doing it in a way last time that got rid of the notes for some reason. Opening code decks. We need to... Okay, we still need to feed steel pipes over to this. Almost forgot about that part. 5 rotors per minute. How many rotors did I need? 20? 20. Now that I think about it, that means the rotors are also part of the steel production because they require the steel pipes, so we should put them here as part of the steel factory rather than as part of the copper factory. How forgetful. Yeah, okay, so rotors, steel pipes, 5 per minute, so we make this a double layered one. Assembler front. Can't believe I almost forgot a whole set of these. Yeah, so steel rotors. We'll use the pipes we've been making. Need another level. Oh, there isn't one for me lined up on this area for me to line up on that side. But whoever had the idea for nudging for this game was a genius. Steel rotor. Alright, very good, very good, very good. Okay, everything's still hooked up. Gets electricity. That gives us the maximum amount of rotors. Those rotors will need to be fed into this one. Yeah. We feed in the wire on this side. And we can feed in the steel pipes in here, so we can just do a quick transfer of rotors around this side. Go at level 4. Can't go exceedingly high, otherwise it will start interacting with these too much. Well, with these ones too much, in case I do want to make it go up another level. Work right. Then, oh right, if I put it on a wall, it won't be close enough. I need to use this. 1, 2. Like this. Or does it need to be 3 away? I think it needs to be 3 away. Nope, 2 away. That one up like that. And there we can have it clip in, which looks fine with how close it is because you can't see anything and it doesn't interact with this. Yes, nice. Yes, that's the rotors that this needs. We'll bring over the steel pipes. And then yeah, wires and various other things to go into all these. To finish the jobs, we should try and leave some space for them. That's level 4, that's level 2, so we could put something level 3 over all this. Just needed pipes. Yes, pipes. Which will come from here, which is actually already at level 4. So that's a conveyor splitter already. Pipes already going so many places. We get to the point where having a ceiling would be a good idea, but I could make this come out here. It's competing with this for space. No, and it still needs to get under that. So it would be nice if I could make it count the level. Can't keep it a clean corner if I do it like that though. Well, I can't make it a clean corner if I put it here. Unless... no. It's pretty free to go on level 3 that way, so it's just getting it around here. Will interact with that if I try and put it around the top. That's mostly it's just not a very good place for being a level 3 corner. I mean, I'd be fine putting it under here and then having it come back up to level 3. Which it could do. I could make it come up here and then we turn it there. Yeah, that works. We put it 1, 2, 1, 2. Make it go up to level 3 there. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can go to level 2 there. Now we delete this, switch it with a stackable conveyor pole. So it still looks presentable. It needs to go into here. This one, yes? Yeah. Yeah, into here. Which Actually, a little further off from this one. So we'll replace this one with a stackable as well. Still no conflict? Still no conflict. Nice. And then that's at a level where I can use a lift from here. Like that, nice and clean. Like that. Nice, 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 nice. Should I make this a Mark 1? I literally needs 40 steel pipes. Having things at differing speeds is... Okay, that wasn't lined up how I thought it would be. Actually need to go back just a tiny bit. Of course, now that looks off. Fine. Less steepness is good. I mean, a lot of real life factories have rather steep conveyors in their things. I'm going to give it a Mark III belt. Everything just needs to get saturated, basically. Well, 2 will get saturated. The last one on the line won't be saturated because we're using the perfect numbers, but hey ho. We'll be done with the steel eventually. Factories, unsurprisingly, take a long time to make. Just want to hook this one up this side. These ones are... Yes, we've 2 away. Like this, I think. Yes, but no. But no. It doesn't like that. I'm going to assume it doesn't go down nicely either. It does not. It clips into it massively. I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping me bringing it up as long as I don't need poles. I just do something like... this. And then something like... Oh, that pole will still clip through there, won't it? Even if I... Hang on. Where does this line up? That might just about do it. Just invalid shape apparently. Really? Feels like it'd be perfectly valid. Does it want one on this corner instead? Invalid shape, doesn't like. Oh, I see. It needs to be one more ahead, which. How does it look if I just. It's close, but no sig. It's close, but not close enough. Am I being a little bit too much of a perfectionist with this? Yes. Alright, you know, alternative. How dare the conveyor belt move me? So good. Conveyor belts aren't supposed to move things that are on them. They're supposed to be stable platforms for me to stand on. I see. Knowing full well they aren't, but... Okay, that is all hooked up. Let's take a quick look from the top. Yeah, so we've made this load of conveyors even more complicated. Is it still spaghetti if it doesn't clip? Because I like this organized spaghetti. Even more so once I finish it up and it all starts moving. Moving and schmoving. I have a way out for you. Yeah, you can go out on level 3. Some of you guys don't have a way out on level 3, but you can get out on level 4. Although I did put this a little too close. It might not be able to get out on level 4. Not without me doing some trickery. I'm not above trickery. Ah, there you are. The lad. Yeah, of course the steel pipes are moving because that's empty. Surprisingly not as much going through as I thought. Still sending some onto one of these others. You know, this place will need some lights eventually to illuminate all of these. Put a ceiling. Put some kind of ceiling on, put a light on, and illuminate it all so we have a nice view. Okay, so that's the entire steel factory done, finally, after I'd forgotten about these rotors. So, cable, rotors will eventually be supplied. That's already fully supplied. Modular frames. Oh, this was the cable, wasn't it? Yeah. Wait, wires, cable. I feel like I need more. But these are just needed for making. These are being fed as much steel as they need to be fed. These need rotors, which will be made here. So wire, cable, and the modular frames. Okay, so we only need to feed 3 things, and they're all on this side. Convenient, or not, considering the number of things that need to be fed. But modular frames being the most annoying, cable and wire being the easiest, and we also need some copper sheets for over there, but okay, so this needs 30, 60, 120 wire. 120 wire? Well, oh wait, you actually get more wire for your copper. Huh. It actually means you get an equal amount of cable for your copper input. Huh. Didn't consider that. That make the maths strangely easier. And I still need to add one of these so I can access the to-do list for some reason. Okay, so we need 120 wires, which uses 60 copper, surprisingly cheap. And then another 200 wires into 100 cable, which are supposed to be using this as keeping track of how much copper is left. That takes out 60 for 40 cable, that's 340. Okay, actually leaves us with a heck of a lot of copper. Which we can do whatever we want with. Maybe make some extra wires and cables to make this, to supply some in some other base at some point. Do you fly through where my space elevator is? No, that's very far away. That wasn't what I was seeing. It looks close, but it's actually very far away. All the way over there. That leaves... God, I really hiss my S's, don't I? Or at least as far as I can hear. All the same heights? No, they're not, no. Foundries or other things that was in a different height level. Fair enough. Everything else is on the same height level. So if the foundries were one higher, they would actually meet equally on that level. Be a very tall factory. I feel like I should make the roof of the factory like maybe on level, like on this level here, and then just have everything else jutting out up as towers from the top of the factory when I get to actually making it look aesthetic. That's not for now. Okay, Oh, this is annoying. Okay. Back in a moment. I need to take a toilet break, apparently. Sorry about that. This body of mine apparently had too many shits to give. Okay, where were we? At least I probably won't have to be making a trip like that again for the rest of the night. Is that too much information? That's probably too much information. Oops. I need to whack that while I try and move the hair out of my face. Okay, so copper in plentiful supply. Iron also in plentiful supply because we literally have seven spare impure nodes around there. So the question becomes, where do we put the factory? Do we just extend this one? Or do we make it a separate one? So put over here. Also, I made a little bridge over there. Don't think I showed that. Missed. I'll get jetpacks eventually and it'll be all over for you. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Gravity? Gravity. I'm talking to gravity apparently. Yeah, nice little bridge. I always put down things like doors and conveyor holes with the expectation of I'll put walls on later. But it always just has these funny little things of just this little floor plan with a door when there's literally no other walls here. Yeah, I don't. Will we need some extra space for the steel part of this factory? Or not? Because the foundries will max out. As will the iron that feeds it. I thought it wasn't lined up right for a second there. You can almost hop along the conveyors without moving up until it starts taking backwards like that. Just in case, I'm going to make the copper factory a sort of separate factory. Maybe up here. How much space do I have up there to work with? Rather, how long before it hits one of these iron? These two nodes. Where are the other two nodes? Was it just two nodes up here? Oh yeah, the other four were down there. Fair enough. You want to go, mate? That's what I thought. Hi, buddy. Okay. This is simple enough. We'll just hook some foundries up around here. Did I put those on the world grid? Just makes it so much easier to line things up on the world grid. Looks like I did. Nice. So we could just make this bit on the world grid as well. So the copper is down here. We make it initially from this level. And of course, we need to move that. Or we create a central one that connects to all the factories, and then all the factories connect to each other. Would be the way to go. We can worry about that later though. For now, I think the foundries go here. Yeah, we'll leave the route down to here to get to the Caterian factory clear. The foundries need to be 4 wide. Okay, never mind. This thing's getting moved sooner than I thought. Well, the Caterium doesn't really need to be hooked up all that urgently. We can get rid of this one. Doesn't matter if that runs out of power right now. It needs some space to get hooked up from the back because this thing feeds from the back because I couldn't get it to feed from the front. Alright, need more of... Also I needed 2, I was going to make 2 rows of these actually. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. Never put it back here, that will... I'll go over the edge, that won't look nice. So we'll move it forwards 1. Going to make these iron nodes kind of part of the factory. It's fine. One of these can be hooked into this. You know, we can try and build around them. Either that or we make the foundries go long ways this way. And we'd still need to end up hooking up around here, though. Basically, I do it once, then I have to do it 2 more times. It's basically stimming at this point. If you click so much, it doesn't actually even touch, huh? Chainsaw. But also back to my track to get that the cubes that I need. These modular frames. I remember what they're called eventually. We'll keep the encased industrial beams. I need 2 more of you at least. Making plenty of rods now, so I won't need to go back to the base for those. That was mean of me, I apologise. I didn't need to do that. I had the gun in my hand and I was overcome by violence. This way you should just be able to grab leaves when you had the chainsaw out still. Does the chainsaw not get rid of rocks anymore? consequence of them making the chainsaw satisfying is the doom music kicks in whenever you take it out. This is punishment for me shooting you earlier, wasn't it? Isn't it? Don't you laugh at me. I'm going to need you to get off this. You grumble at me. No, we don't need that much space around the back. Yeah, so we can just put it halfway. I think it only has a half foundation. Yeah. We have the front there, which means the 2 ways into the back are on this side, yeah. Yeah, so I'll build it around you. As long as I can do that, I don't need to shoot you. Oh, we need more rotors, of course. Well, we have some things specifically made for making rotors. I think we can just feed them with some wires, and we can do that. Yeah, we have plenty of wires. I'll just give it some so it makes some for me. How many does it make per? Just 1. That'll be done eventually. Yeah, actually we got a nice, aside from this one, we've got a nice corridor that's just going to be the buzzing sounds of assemblers. Instead of all the loud smelter and constructor sounds. Oh. Oh, wait, no. Give me that. Don't you dare. Feeding them over here. But no. Tricky bastard. Hang on. I forgot about the rotors going off in this direction. I should just remove conveyor belt, but that would almost be smart of me. Just need 2 more. I need to undo any of my work. That plenty? That's plenty. Because copper alloy ingots. Yeah, I'll make 400. I don't need to have all these foundries at maximum right now. Save the power a little. Not for the environment, but just for my power economy. Set the U1s, so I want to set U1s. Plus it makes it easier to line things. Once I get to Mark 3s, then I can add another level to these and output a total of 600 each. Yeah, but Mark 3s are a very long way off, so... not blueprints. Mark 2. Do I have them going this direction or wide? I see myself more trying to build over this side, so probably best to have them pointing this direction. You know, we could probably hook up power between these two and then hook that power up to this one. Should make that one the main power pole feeding. I mean, whichever factory we feed, the other factories will feed into the other ones then. Yeah, I kind of like separating out factories based on their input. You have the steel one, the Caterium one, we're gonna have the copper one here, and iron one vaguely over there. Yeah, and you will only need 100 parts per minute, so you only need 2 of those. Since we're basically done over here, I'll bring my vehicle closer to all this over here. No sense leaving your supplies far away from your work area when it's in a vehicle. I'll leave it here since I want to leave this area open to get to the Caterium factory anyway. Cool. And we need we'll turn these slugs into power shards. I think we need a total of 6. 2 for this one to bring it to 100, 2 for the other ones to bring them to 100. Since these are all impure. Yep, exactly that. Thought that was going to break my legs for a second. 100. We could obviously put this up to 120, but 100 just to keep the maths right in the foundries right now. Should I turn these around to face that cliff edge? I feel like I should, but at the same time they kind of look nice faced in this direction instead of facing away. But then I need to get the stuff up there somehow. And just going straight up would be the easiest way. Okay, straight up it is. Yeah, maybe I'll just... So that they were there, so we just turn them around so that exactly... Okay, I'll just line up with this one. Yeah, so I turn up. Will it clip? If it goes up there, if it clips, then I won't want it that way. Oh, it just about doesn't. What about this one? Will this one clip? That one's definitely going to clip. And it doesn't. A fool on me then, I guess. So we should load up this with that. Bring these these conveyors high enough. Try not to fall off the edge. I should just make this these Mark II since they're only bringing in 100, but I actually have a more ready supply of the steel, so. I'm gonna bring this over to help line things up. Oops, almost fell off the edge. And then bring this one over. Okay. Well, that looks about right. Oop. I slid off the edge there. Might as well check. Yeah, it's a little off, but I guess I almost feel like it would look better. It would look better being a lot off than a little off, but that's fine. Leave some trees, make a nice beautified entrance. Okay, that's the copper hooked up. I'll need to get some more steel. I'm about to run out. Still making rotors out of that meager amount of wire I gave it. Still all these, and the rest will be left on the conveyor belts. Oh, I accidentally made it exactly 800. Huh. I wasn't actually aiming to do that, I was just hitting the button as many times as I could. What foundations do I have here? Down corner ramp like this. And then if I, ramp like this. Figure out what to do about that later, but have a down corner ramp like this. There, so it's still working in the ore vein, but yeah, that looks cooler than putting it on top of a foundation, because then it's sort of like it's drilling through the foundation. That doesn't make sense. This is drilling into the ore vein. So the ore vein has been made part of the scenery. Like this factory already has foundries going without much ventilation for it, so what's something throwing particles around the factory floor? here. We keep that inside the factory, or do I want to make it outside the factory? Kind of nice to make it an outside part of the factory. Would that mean I'm making the entire copper area around here? I could probably fit the entire copper area around that side, so... yeah, like that. It goes outside, then goes around to come back in. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, it's 10 past. It's time for me to get my medication. It seems I not noticed that. Oh dear. I will go do that then and leave you with words on stream while I go take care of that. Yeah. I probably need to stretch anyway. It was raining today. I didn't get to go on my walk. At least not if I wanted to get drenched. It was a very stagnant day. Probably another reason why I'm tired. Okay, yeah. Switch. And turn it on. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Have fun. Yeah, looks like you got a lot of the guesses in that first one. Nice. Okay. Still didn't get enough points. Well, a solo person can only get so far in that game, huh? Bit of a quiet day today, but that's fine. It's a quiet EP day. Right, let's hook this up. The actual output shouldn't be too complicated. It's just going to be 4. Yeah, 1 set for sheets, 1 set for wires, another set for another wires, and then another set for cables. Simple enough. Let's hook this up first. This one can first go. Does this just go straight in without issue? I think it does. That it almost feels lined up in the entire wrong way. It's like, is it lined up with? Is it lined up with that? Feels like it is, and yet it feels like it isn't at the same time. He's pulling some kind of visual trick on me. That doesn't help because that's definitely not lined up. Well, it's definitely lined up. Don't know what my eyes are trying to tell me. Yeah, then we hook one up to this one. Let's hook it up like this. Splitter. Split that. To there, into that. Yep, like that, and then this one can go into here because I didn't actually entirely plan it, but because it comes in from the 2 side ones, this one can come in through the middle and make it a nice, neat entrance. Oops, I completely missed and almost fell off the edge into the void. Been caught by the gas, but that wouldn't be pleasant either. Yeah, I like these little just lifting up over it things I make. Look nice. Okay. Phase 1. Sheets. We can put these over here. The sheets just need constructors, which is 3x2, so I could just put it here and it will output there. Like that. And then copper sheets. Yep. Need 50 of them, so we'll put 2 more levels on. actually, I'll just... We make that one 5. This one 5. Then they bring out the requisite 50 and actually save us a little bit of power. I think 4 megawatts versus... Oh wait, it doesn't correct until you actually start using them. Fair enough. Well, I either use the same amount of power or less, so there's no disadvantage to doing it that way. And then we can use that to make the AI limiters in the Caterian place. That isn't related to the steel stuff we've been doing, but it's always a nice thing to have. Actually, we could probably add that to the whole end result thing we've got going. I'm surprised it didn't break my legs. By the whole end result thing, I mean to sort of add it to one of the end products that we will be shipping out, or at least putting into the personal storage. At some point I want them to ship out to other places. That's my end goal of this whole factory, is making resources that get shipped out to other places. I kind of want to make sets of factories that ship out. Well, I don't know if my computer will be able to handle that kind of logistics system, but hey ho. You build for what you find most fun, and if your computer can't handle it, then that's when you stop. Okay, that's easy enough. Input is there. That's the output. Very simple. It's just about where it's not the right shape, but just leave it like that. So I think, yeah. Alright, this all outputs to the front, so this will be outputting 200 per minute, and we need 100 per minute in there, so it'll get splitted eventually, but that's it's not the way in. No, that's the merger. That's 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. That wasn't lined up where I thought it would be. Wonder which one that was accidentally lining up with. Something on the other side, I guess. Looking at this, I could put a side door here. Yeah, and we can use that to jump out. Well, we can put some sort of stairwell up here to get in. And then you have an entrance here, and that's why we lifted that up so you can walk under it. Nice. Yeah, okay, so that's this supplied. That'll be supplied with 100, which we can split off somewhere here. Maybe here. To feed the rest. Honestly, actually, I'm going to make the splitter here, which means I think it might, because I think it'll have to come out just a little. Merge splitter. straight. Something about it doesn't feel straight, but it looks straight. Didn't put it in the right spot. There we go. And it's split, and it's going to already split off nicely to wherever else it needs to go. Very good, very good, very good. I haven't been doing too much of the keeping my voice higher today. It feels like I've been keeping it standard, which is a nice relaxed position to have it at. Definitely need to keep practicing some more. As long as I don't keep it too strained, that should be fine. Or maybe I should just leave it relaxed for today and worry about accidentally straining it tomorrow when we do crosscode. Okay, what do I need for this? What do I need for this one now? Yeah, it was 2 wires and a cable left. That was it. We needed 120 wires and then 200 wires. Both simple enough to do. Clean up the foliage. Okay, wires. Straight up just need a front stackable constructor. Can I put this here without it slipping too much through that bit, that conveyor belt that comes out? Ah, darn it. Just about there. I'm not too fond of the lack of gap it leaves here. Well, I guess that should still be fine. Don't want to. We don't. If we only have 2 left here, that's not really much to work with. Leaving 2 still gives me some to work with. It's a little awkward with space thanks to this, but work with what you got, I suppose. Then we can't go that way again, so might as well around like this. Remind me where the inputs are. They're on the edge, so I don't want to. Let's put this. Put it back here. This gives us enough space to work with. And if we try and leave that enough space to, oops, out of concrete. Gotta go fetch some. Assuming my truck doesn't have any left in it. It doesn't. Unfortunate. Still, loads in here. For now at least. Eventually I'm going to remake the original spaghetti factory into a more presentable supply factory for the base ingredients. Maybe even a supply, now that we've got more advanced things to make. Maybe we could even make it a supply base for some intermediaries. I need some more steel while I'm here. Could do some more steel while I'm. Oh, you're right, you're empty. Actually, wait. We're doing 2 per minute. What if I have you just do 1 a minute? Then we make you also do 1 a minute. We can have both of you on without having to waste, without making it feel like a wasted spot. Steel's this way. Empty you out, empty you out. Empty you out and empty you out. Fully supplied. Leave that route clear, or no? We still leave that route clear. Actually, I might make it so that down this is where the resources get outputted. So we'll put a cable construct to set over here. Vroom vroom. Or about you later. I guess I might have you pointed over there. If I put any kind of iron factory over in that clearing there. I need to make some modular frames to get more of. Although I can go back to base to get some modular frames so I can construct them by hand. We don't need you don't need you trees holding up the factory. You break physics to do that. Yeah, I can hook it up into there, however, but yeah, I need those annoying cubes. No need to worry about that just yet, though. So you make cables 30 per minute, 30 per minute, so we'll just need another 20 on top. About to run out of reinforced plates, but I think I have some in the track still. Cable, but make it 20 a minute. And cable, make it another 20 a minute. I think we won't worry about making the cables and other stuff part of the end results. We'll just save them for when we have another end result that might need them. Yes, another. Power later. So those are all maximized. We need 120 wire out of this one, yes? Which is just 30 each, that's one level. Not assemblers, constructors. eventually this base will stop supplying the extra resources I need, but sort of like while I'm building it, it provides what I need. Alright, it's the 120 I need. And this will need 200, 120, 180, and I have a 20 on the top. So this will be the tallest one. Just double check, got enough resources. Short on cable. Funnily enough. Got any to hand, but I have plenty of wire, so I can make some. Just get a bit more since we'll need it for connecting up power. I see next week potentially being frustrating because I'm so close to having everything ready for debut, but it's sort of like that week I have so many of the benefits people having sort of like, we need to have our meetings and stuff, and just to make sure it's sort of like, it takes me 2 hours to get to you. I could use those 2 hours better getting ready for things, but it's sort of like you guys won't want to hear that, so I just have to try and make sure that I can get things done despite that improper usage of time. Sometimes benefits checks do just feel like you'd get more done if you didn't have to go to them. Sometimes, I guess there's people who do need checking up on still, but still. I can certainly understand why people find them frustrating to deal with. Especially in this economy, it always makes you feel so bad for not finding a job when it's sort of like it's hard to find jobs right now. Even for just able-bodied people, let alone people with disabilities. That's why it feels better to try and make something work with what I like doing, rather than trying to suffer a job that will make me more stressed and thus my condition. Well, and thus not interact well with my conditions. Let's hope it works out. I'll be counting on all of you to help me out on that when the time comes. Not that you need to give me money, just spread the word when it comes to it. least I certainly hope what I end up giving you will feel worth it. I'm not going to fill that in until I know what's there. I mean, actually, I'll just make it easier to work. Rather than take that corner so sharply. Alright, that's all of them. I'm just going to hook them up. So we have 200 from there that's being put into 100. This just needs 60. That outputs from there and inputs into there. Right, so they need 60. This will output 200. It's actually a little more than we need. I don't need to go merging these right now, so I think if I just bring this up, then I can have the other one feed under it. Does that work? I think it actually does, huh? Or does it need to be like that? I guess it does need to be like that. Nothing else will be coming this way, so level 2 should do it. Like a level 2.5. 2.5. Not really made anything that uses 2.5. Not about to start. So can I do it like this? Don't delete that one. Delete like this. Wait, where is it? It's up on that bit. Assume I need it like this for it to be straight. Yeah. Okay, there we go, down and in like that. Nice. Although now that I think of it, the cables, the wires are going to need to come out of there. So there's not to be too hasty about hooking this up. Strangely enough, this works because I can now put it on level 2, while level 2 because it's a very flat thing, so I won't have to worry about clipping. Where do you come out in relation to this? Do I want to be fancy and keep it straight, or is that just good enough to leave to make it angle a bit? Yeah, a little angle's fine. As a treat? No, I hate it, but no, I don't hate it. That's more extreme than I really feel about it, but okay, and then we can bring the wires this way. Yeah, all the wires need to be going over there, so we can make this a... That's going to be in the way, isn't it? Yeah, make this a triple exit. That's going to be in the way. A shame. Yeah, we can work with it. Yeah, so those wires need to go into the exit, so I'll worry about that once I get to actually putting things to the exit. this lot of copper just needs to go into here. 200 wires, that's only 100. 340. Oh no, wait, I'm still making 400 copper. That explains why my numbers feel a bit off. I'm just making way more than needed. Hey ho. I think I'll use these. Make some stackable ones. That's the ceiling mount. What's this lined up with? Lined up with the centre bit. Nice. Or not. That's the output, isn't it? Yeah. We'll make that go over at level 3. So if we line this one up. That's these cables can go underneath that and around. These wires can go up to level 3 like that. And I think I could just hook them in just directly like that. Simple enough. It works. Which leaves the output now. So we have cables in here. Oh no, wait, we only need cables and wires. The sheets are going out to that side. Yeah, I made a mistake because I was factoring this tower of wires into it when this is going over there. Not over there. So I don't need... So we're going to keep it to these 3 holes just so that I can put the exits in these 2 holes here. Because that one's still covered. But it makes it easier so I don't have to worry about uncovering anything. Almost too perfect if it rolled up like that, but is that correct? Oh. Yes, it is. And then this output I can hook up to this fine. No, it needs to be back a bit. Wait, does it? Oh, wait, did I have it lined up the right way? I felt like it was wrong. For some reason last time I did that. Because it was wrong, huh? Oh, these wall-mounted ones don't go around as perfectly. Well, this works. This still looks better than that, and I can't hook it up to there without it looking off, so it still looks off though. How does it look if I do it like this? Doesn't look as weird. So I just 1, 2, 4 like that. Give it a little bit of a turn junction, straighten up. Looks a little less jank than the previous versions. stretch posture check. Yeah, good idea. Posture checked. I was slumped a little too much. Yeah. Stretched. And hydrated. Thank you. I do try to stay certain, stretched and hydrated, but the reminder's always appreciated regardless, just in case. Alright, that's all the copper-based stuff I need. And we're almost at 11 o'clock. Damn, I was kind of hoping this factory would be done by the time. Single factory takes so long for a 3-hour streamer. Oops, did I get stuck on the... Alright. I'm starting to see why one of the Satisfactory people I followed lately seems to stream for 6 to 8 hours and multiple times a week, and it's sort of like, oh, yeah, one factory can take that long, huh? Well, I guess I already sort of knew that. It's the reason why I have 500 hours in this game. Definitely isn't a game you get to the end to very quickly, though. Which means I might switch it out before we actually get to the end, or maybe I'll switch it out when I get to the end of finishing all this steel factory. I don't know. Or I'll just keep working on it and occasionally stream it as well. Make it like a Minecraft stream where it's just a chill. I don't think I'm gonna stop yet, but at the same time, still need to have a whole other iron location need to make. It's all configured. Yeah, it just needs power. Let's hook everything up to each other. Oh, there is one there actually. There isn't one there right now to hook up to. Where would be a good place to hook up the power to? I think that plan of hooking up to the Caterian factory is a sound one. Like that. Where is the Caterian factory in relation to this one? I hooked this one up to the... Oh, just kind of actually perfect. Got the wires too long. It'll be fine if I put it on this one though. I guess that's also acceptable. Or I could just load it up into the side instead of having to do some kind of tomfoolery. there. And then I just need to hook up between those two. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just put a wall or two. How many? Wait, is that 2 walls? And about 3. Oh yeah, foundries are taller. That was it. A double wall outlet there. It looks like some kind of public parking garage. I mean, there is a weird aesthetic to the brutalism of a public parking garage. It is and it is a giant factory, so you know. I mean, it's also partially because I just haven't. Oh, there's a void down there. Even heebie-jeebies. But nothing else to give. Yeah, eventually it will be covered and everything, but while it's all open like this, I can see the comparison. This one, that one's full. That one's full. That one's already hooked up to a lot. Okay, we'll just upgrade this one then. Huh? There we go. There, and then that will power the other 2 factories. Of course, those 2 factories are just absolutely full right now, so there's nothing to power. Although the copper one will start going now. So I'm going to go grab some stuff from the base, refill some of my necessaries. We get to see what the base looks, this current steel factory looks like from a distance on the way back. Say hello to the spaghetti again. Haven't been here for a little while. Much of a mess as we left it. Need that on our person, don't need that on our person, don't need that. Might as well refill these. I think we need them for making those extractors. Now let's plan for like 5 of them. We need 50 modular frames. I'll take 2 stacks. Rotors, do I need to refill the rotors? Might as well. Don't need any of those. Got plenty of that back at base, but might as well refill a full stack. Don't need that. Couldn't hurt to bring some of these back. Same with the cable. Always need cable for putting stuff together. Now we've got plenty of wires already, but full stack it up. A couple more of these to be handy. Rods are apparently not that plentiful. Screws, don't need them. Screw them, as it were. I think that's everything we need. Yeah, it's the modular frames, which is the main thing I needed to come over here to get. in case industrial beams are being made over there. How many? Oh wow, only 9. Points requirements starting to get very high. Oh, I have some leaves. Should have stuck those in here as well. Might as well just fill everything up then. Mostly with the necessaries. Always need more of this stuff. Alright. Say goodbye to the spaghetti now. Honestly, the tallest base I've ever made. And that's the part I missed. The part I like most about this base is the tallest one I've ever made. Blueprints made it easy. Hello, Wibbles. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying your day. We're just making steel factories right now. Well, I've got the steel factory here. I'm making the copper and iron that needs to feed into it. Yep, I hope you're doing good. It's a bit of a sleepy stream today. Well, I stream in the evening for me, so I've been doing stuff for the rest of the day. I don't have enough space in there. Organization. The box. Just 2 of the little guys for now will do. Or enough supplies to make a lot of the extractors, but for miners. Way. Whoops. Right, yes, my inventory was full. Like that, and I can take this back. Thank you. I think. Yeah, that about lines up. Still gets it. Same with that. That leaves the question of how far forward do I put this? Can I just put these in front of it? Looks like I can. Do the same with this one, and that's both of them. Nicely cleaned up. With the ore still showing through the ground, so it makes sense what they're drilling through. But they also fit into the foundations. Yeah, I like that. And we've got all those down there as well. Okay, let's... There's 4 iron down there, there's 2 iron there. Got more than enough for what we need. The copper is producing? No, the copper won't be producing because I didn't hook up the miners down here. Maybe I should make this more presentable since it's the entrance into the Caterium factory at some point. Like if I bring these up so they're actually aligned with this. Yeah, that sounds sensible. I can do that. Should I do that later or should I do that now before I forget? I'll make it part of whenever I do the beautification of this. There we go, so that's all the copper. It should be making 100 each. Yeah, 100 each. Yeah, the level of beautification we haven't done with the door doesn't even have the stairs going up to it yet. Oh, that was a bye guys emote. Does that mean you're saying goodbye there? Always hard to tell what the purpose of a emote is just from looking at it. Sometimes see a wave, it can be a hello and a bye. All right, let's hook these up. Left one was the wire, right one was the cable. Right. Yeah, here we go. The copper's all coming through. 2 levels, so they're nice and flat. It goes through into both the cables. So this goes through into here, into this one, into this stuff. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes, one of you will oversaturate at some point. These are making 100 per. I guess even these need some time to oversaturate beforehand. They've oversaturated with iron, they just need to saturate with copper now. I could lower the miner's output to match what we're actually making right now, but why not? A consideration for later. We'll let it oversaturate first. Okay, it started producing. What's the best way to get it over there? I feel like we wanted to go above the scenery. I guess making its foundation bridge would be fine. Give it some pillars to hold it up believably. Hook it up to the side there. Zippity zoop. It's definitely not in a good looking position. You know, there is Right, it needs screws. What about that? I hate that part. I didn't already unlock that foundation type? No, I haven't. Alright, taking a zoom back to base. Also, wait, I'm dense. Were you saying bye, guys, to the bloody to the spaghetti? I am apparently too sleepy. No, even if I wasn't sleepy, I would have been too dense and not realised that was what you were waving at. Alright, yeah, that's a spaghetti. For some reason, the name of the first emote didn't come up. It was so small, I didn't recognise it as spaghetti. You're saying goodbye to the spaghetti. I am dense. Sorry. Well, at least I'm sometimes dense. I'm smart. It'd be a little less dense to be playing this, but it comes and goes. Oh, don't need the flowers. This is what I need. And we have the resource to get a couple other things. I don't think I need the inverted stuff right now. Nah, I don't need them right now. Inverted walls? Maybe could be handy for accommodating certain bits. Although, windows? 9, and we've got 3. Yeah, let's get some windows. I got jumped by the volume of that sound for some reason. Alright, well, at the very least, let's get the copper hooked up, even if I don't go on to make the rest of the iron. Because literally the only iron thing I need is the modular frames. Like, I literally only need to make the one thing. That shouldn't be too much to make. If anything, I could probably make something for that. Almost making all these structures would be too much for that. So, double ramp, 2 meter? No, it's just one. Alright, so it's that's 4 meter. 8 meter. Is 8 meter just the total distance? Like it goes up by 4? I'm honestly not sure. I'll check that in a second. Hang on, what is... Oh, it's just it's 2 ramps stuck together. Oh, I see. I never noticed that. Double ramp is just, yeah, just 2 ramp models stuck together into one. I guess that saves the RAM a little. It helps when the factories start getting real big and you actually have to start considering the RAM. Okay, that gives us space for getting under this. Give it some... Oh, that's the roofs. Well, let's give them some big concrete pillars. Pillar support. Oh, that feels excessively big, actually. big pillar makes sense, but that feels excessive. Maybe just in the center will do. More pillar support in the center. How'd that look? Looks like it makes it obvious. I know, does it still work with the foundations? I think it still works. It's halfway presentable. And that's still in the ground, so it looks like it's held up. And then this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, I just did a whole 10. But that one starts at 1. Obviously you don't need one very close to the base. Leaves 9. 1 at 5. Here's a gap of 4 and then a gap of 5 there. Or do I just put it in the middle here? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half. I'm sure I won't notice it floating like that in the future. There. I will be putting concrete foundations underneath all these as well, or maybe some supports like that. But just something to make the rest of these factories look like they are actually secure to the ground instead of floating like that. They won't be left like that forever. We'll be deleting whatever plants poking through there though. And this will be getting moved eventually as well. But no sense moving it since we're just putting conveyors around right now. Okay, well, it needs to go where the wires are on the right side. They just need to go into this one, don't they? Yeah. And then this one needs cable. And this one needs modular frames. Right, so it makes sense for the wires to go in there, the cable to come in the middle one, and the middle modular frame to come in for a right one. Which means we're going to have to do a bit of a switcheroo. What point would be appropriate? It would almost be appropriate to do that earlier. Actually, no way, I can do the switcheroo here. Yeah, these two are already on the right side. So if I have this one go down the middle. Go down like this. And then this one needs to hook up to the left one. So we can do it like that. You know, just they look uniform. They're not going to look uniform because I'm switching them out, aren't I? I just don't like it when the conveyors look are just a slightly fraction off from each other. It's more annoying than if they have big differences. I think we can hook this one up to here. Yes. And then we hook this one up like that, up like that. Incorrect direction, but hey ho, that can stay there though. Hang on, how much higher is that? It's 2 meters up. No, 3 meters up. So if I were to hook it up exactly halfway through here would be no wait, I say it's like here I put one. Okay, so it's 2 meters up. So that would mean this one would be the place to hook it. Yeah, they never hook it up there. It's no, it said 2 meters high, but maybe that wasn't entirely true. I'm going to delete you if you keep getting in my way. There, it's nice and even. And we can feed it in like that. And that leaves a nice side for the cable, for the modular frames to come by down here once they've been completed in the iron factory. Just going to hook this into here. Keep those nice clean 90 degrees. Right, that was the correct one, yes? Yeah, wire. That's 120 wire going in there. That will make those, which will make our rotors, which will make our motors. There's already been a small supply of motors made thanks to me inputting some wires in there directly, but now we have a nice direct supply of motors being made. Which that leaves, well, we're going to hook up the cable, but that leaves only one major output of this left. Then we could start hooking all that up. Hey, that might be next week's thing, finishing this up finally. Which will also give us all the resources we need to, I mean, I could just manually fill this thing up and get us into the next tier, but I want to have an automated factory hooked up. That's the fun of it. The spaghetti factory was where I made absolute messes. This is where we stop. This is where we stop making messes and start making things that automate. Because I just like having big factories that I can watch do their thing. That's nice. Yeah, once I have this thing hooked up, I'll also have it hooked up to some awesome sinks, so it will never actually stop like it is right now. And eventually, maybe I'll come back here with the hover pack just to watch. One of the flaws I made in one of my previous builds was just I always tucked things away where I couldn't see them. But really, my favorite thing of factory building games is watching the conveyor belts do their thing. Sort of relaxing and satisfying, as is implied by the name of the game. So I completely forgot I'm supposed to have a bot running for helping messages and stuff, and just but I separated from using Streamlabs ever since that whole they support Israel thing came out, and just yeah, I got a bot that works on my computer, and I keep forgetting to load it up. I remember at some point, so I'll make it part of my repertoire. Oh, putting up part of my repertoire, part of my initial loading up stuff. Yeah, it's half past 11. We do not have time to be making the ironworks part of this factory. We've got the I said I do have these sheets that I need to hook up over there. How should I hook those up? I'm gonna have them go in from the top. We do have time to do that though. Take 10 minutes or so. Hook these up and get some AI limiters automated as well. So yeah, we discovered that this one was single foundation. Yeah, so if I wanted, I could hook this up. Along here, gonna have it going into the side. Yeah, that's a short enough distance. We could have it in the side. That you can kind of see it going in as we go by. Don't know if I'm going to need other things going in, but I do have more options for putting it in. We'll just this here to line it up. Yeah, we can leave that there without much issue. Keep it centered there though. Sometimes I forget it has the resources fly into the thing that's being built. I was confused for a second there. Sometimes this thing has a line to line it up, and sometimes I have to eyeball it. I don't like when I have to eyeball it. Add some height. Still no helpful line. That's the wrong helpful line. Stand here. Line it up like that. Tractor out of the way. Again, I feel like that's going to need to be made prettier. Despite my best attempts, this is still looking a bit hodgepodge. Especially because it's not giving me any lines to line things up with. The hodge has been podged. But whatever. We can at least... This part looks acceptable, so it's really just that entire section there that needs to be cleaned up. Oh, this is easy enough. We just need to input it into this part, yes? Slight problem. But not one that's difficult to fix. Seems like I already had the plan to hook it up here in the middle. I don't even need that. But that. Yeah, there we go. Going, we can put a stackable here. Front wall mount. Stackable. And that one goes in like that. That one connects up like this. We definitely need to put some more foundations so we have some walkable area down here, but yeah, these go in here, which these into these, which I don't know where I'm going to put them, but at least they're going to be made now. So we have a plentiful supply of what we need to make smart splitters, helpful as those things always are. Yep, and they're working. And there it is. Let's get to the top of this. Get a little bit of a view. Yeah, I'm still very satisfied with these blueprints I ended up making for these vertical factories. Yes, they do look a bit like a car park. But honestly, looks better than the just flat expanses that I've had before. So yeah, that should be making automated wiring. Yeah, the AI limiters we can feed into the end result placed there. Yes, there's no end result products coming out of that. This place is making AI limiters. We can eventually make it so it can make the other things. The high-speed connectors. Maybe a power switch would be nice to get at some point. Definitely know the priority power switch would definitely be handy to get, but that'll be later. I think we need plastic to start unlocking that, so that's next tier. Although we are very close to getting to the next tier. Like, I could literally just put some things into those by hand, and we could very easily get to that stage. But like I said, I just want this place completed, at least functionally, if not aesthetically. There's still definitely some additions I can make to it, especially once. No, it's not the extractors, it's the belts that are the bottleneck right now. So I like how this is all how this already looks like 3 distinct factories feeding into each other. That in itself is also a concept I like. Honestly, I like having them open as well because I can just see them doing their thing. If I do start adding walls to these, there's probably going to be a lot of windows. I can still see what's going on the inside from the outside, so you can sort of see from each one to the other. Yeah, the iron one's probably going to go over there, among the middle of, among all those iron nodes. Yeah, around here. Here's that up there, huh? Yeah, because we're using some of these ones to feed the steel factory. Were they ones that I took away from here, or what is it just these two that I had hooked up to the spaghetti factory? I think it was just those two I had to hook up to the spaghetti factory, which is sufficient, probably. I mean, I could take the ones over here and hook them up to the spaghetti factory, because I think those ones are impure. Yeah, those two are normal, but they're not the ones feeding into this factory. It's those two impure ones that are feeding into here to feed the coal. Which, to be fair, those two impure wouldn't add too much to the spaghetti factory when I eventually make it non-spaghetti or clean spaghetti. Washed spaghetti. Oh, how long's that been there? Oh, well, not like I need it. Okay, we are at 20 to midnight now, though, so... I seem to be in a surprisingly yappy mood, but it's late, and I've still got things to work on, so I shouldn't be using up all my. Well, I shouldn't be making myself more sleepy tomorrow by staying up today. Maybe a different day, after I've done my debut and stuff of my new model. I have a general date of when I'm going to do that, because I will say the thing I've been working on today was my debut trailer. There's just a few more things I need to complete before I release it, but I'll probably release it a week before whenever the debut is. I guess whenever you see the trailer, it probably means the debut's within a week. But the date will be on the bloody trailer. Why am I even saying this? Who's on? Surprisingly few people, at least surprisingly few of the lower people. Very bad. What is going on there, I wonder? Or... you know what, let's go see Yobi. They're playing Untitled Goose Game. A nice little game. I think yes. Overwatch, Elden Ring and other such stuff. Yeah, raid. Yumi Quinley. Oh, this has been a nice relaxed stream. Thank you all for coming round and watching me while I just yap sleepily while making a factory. Tomorrow will be crosscode. Saturday will be playing with friends. So if you want to see that, feel free to. Yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Have fun with Quinley, or get some sleep in your case, Hunter. I know what time it is for you. Alright. Bye bye.